got to jump it off though, fellas, man. We did this a little over a year ago. I sat down with y'all boys, man. Y'all let me into, the makings of what y'all, this conglomerate that y'all done built, the Hoop Addicts. But I want to know how y'all kept things afloat, with the big leave of absence that we had to take. Everybody had to sit it down for a minute with the COVID-19 situation. And I know a lot of people were antsy thinking about where the next buck was going to come from to make sure they buzz didn't fall off. How'd y'all swing that, man? I'm just lobbing it out there to whoever want to.
The 2 motors right here.
The 2 motors right
2
there.
2 motors right here.
All right. Well, what's up, Craig?
Man, during that time, you talking about COVID, right?
Oh, yeah.
I would say just all the stuff that we done saved up, all the videos, pictures, and everything like that, we save them for a reason. So when it's time, like I said, COVID or whatever, nothing going on, I can whip up something real quick, put it out. I try not to, because he be getting on to me about it, putting something up every day or whatever. So I put it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or whatever, but.
Especially because we didn't know how long COVID was gonna last, so I'm telling them like, hey, don't empty the clip the first month of COVID. We don't know how long we about to be out of commission. So
and I be tempted right when we get done too.
Scale it back a little bit because like I said, we didn't know how long it was gonna go. The good thing is most of the time when you go to these games, we overshoot anyway, and we don't use every a piece of footage that we have. So we always usually can find something that we needed to post. But it was starting to get a little thin. We're like, all right, what's going on?
Did it ever start to get thin to where you was like, okay, we about to blow our load right here. We got to come up with something.
Honestly, I don't think so.
In my opinion, I think it was getting a little slow, but we just kind of had to get a little creative. Like we sometimes have like kids send in, they stuff, maybe they dunked on somebody and we went at the game, so somebody filming on their cell phone, something like that. So they send that stuff in, so that helped too.
Oh, that's a nice little blessing. So. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but that don't seem like something that y'all ask for. Like, yo, send me some blah, blah, blah. They just happen to send it to you?
We do sometimes. Sometimes we'll put on a story and be like, hey, send us y'all, highlights or whatever. And then sometimes they just send them. I think kids, man, they be, believe me, they be sending them anyway.
Yeah.
We ain't got to ask. But a lot of times, sometimes we'll ask. Honestly, we should do it a little bit more. We probably will going forward. But, yeah. So they believe me, they send driveway dunk videos. I'm like, man, I ain't putting this up. It's on 8.5. You gonna windmill on your cousin like that?
Bro, we got down like that.
Yeah.
Parking lot. My bad, the driveway actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, before people start hating, calling the housing authority. But that's all.
Yard in the country, though.
Yeah. That's a fact. Well, now, was it just y'all using y'all's judgment? Like, okay, yeah, we're gonna put this out tonight. Did y'all collaborate on what type of or who you gonna highlight this time during that off time? You say, yo, John, I'm gonna put something out on Monday. It's gotta fit this type of description. Was it like that? Or
Not really. I mean, I think that's the cool part about how we got it. Like, it's kind of free. Like, we don't work for another entity. We started our own thing. So we're like, hey, put whatever you want to, if you feel like putting something together.
Majority of the time.
You said what?
Being independent.
Yep.
And majority of the time, I was just bored at the house and like, let me just try to find something of somebody this past year and put something together if I got enough.
Yeah, sometimes he'll remind me like, hey, John, you got footage from such and such, or you got pictures from such and such? I'm like, let me look. Okay, yeah, let me edit these real quick, or blah, 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 and then we'll drop something.
Around what time, if you could think back to it, did things start to pick back up to where it's like, all right, now we can get back active? Was it July? Was it August? Was it September? Where, okay, we back getting our feet on the ground and we getting some gigs.
You want to say the session?
It might have been
Team Griffin, they had some events like towards the end of the summer. And they just had parents, players, some media people, and they coaching and staff and all of that, and they was in there running. And that was good. They just invited all the heavy hitters, and that was real good.
That felt good, especially not seeing basketball for a while live.
So
so you got them in there.
Heck yeah.
Yep, so that was cool. So I would say everything shut down around like March.
Yep.
And then it turned back up with them around like July maybe. And then it's always kind of slow from August till
by
November, right? Because football going on. So, but yeah, July.
That's actually a good segue to the next question I was going to ask. Is there an off season for y'all where y'all actually feel comfortable, like
right now?
Decompressing it.
Right now, kinda, and then definitely during football season. I mean, we definitely you always want to put content up, but
sure.
Workouts.
Yeah, that kind of thing. But definitely football season.
Man. Eventually, Hoop Addicts gonna be out there on the turf. Hey, look, I'm just speaking it into existence.
You said that last time.
Yeah, you said that last time.
Yeah. I gotta hold y'all to it, man. But you know, this is a question I asked the last time too, but I think it's relevant forever. How have y'all been able to just remain innovative, man, so you avoid that, what they call it, imposter syndrome? You know what I mean? You got a lot of people that are in this same lane, right? Doing, for lack, you know, no disrespect, but basically the same work. How y'all keep y'all's hoop addict English on that thing to where it don't look the same as somebody else?
Staying down.
Just keep putting stuff out, honestly.
Yeah.
I say also it's about, you know, and I've tweeted this before too, it's kind of about like who you shooting to, because I said on Twitter, like, you know, we started this to highlight Oklahoma players.
True.
And a lot of the people that's coming up and doing good work around, you know, the state and stuff like that, they start out shooting the Oklahoma kids, but then come like summertime when they're able to travel to, you know, the bigger events, they film and all those Instagram famous high school kids, like, you know, all of them kids. And we don't do that. And I think that separates us. I mean, because we could just as easily, oh, there go Imani Bates, let's film him.
Yeah,
you know, he a killer. He gonna be in the league in a couple years.
We might, but they going like, they not even coming
They
to
ain't
film.
even worried
Team
about the
Griffin,
Oklahoma
they
kids, the
just-
buddy kids. I mean, they might take a couple pictures, but they ain't really doing that. So
They really there for the big wig, for the big fish.
right, and that kind of defeat the purpose of why we started it anyway. So that is how we can, you know, stay unique.
Yeah, and y'all don't need me to, but I'm gonna defend you anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But that wasn't no slight at all. You just simply said, yo, that's what y'all's identity is. That was the mission statement in the beginning, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can appreciate that. Now I gotta come to you, man, because you got a lot of stuff going on, bro.
Yeah.
Coaching, man.
Man, I'm busy all the time.
Yeah, okay, so tell me what a regular day looks like for Chevy, man.
Regular day, about 5:45 in the morning, 6 o'clock. I might be training.
Okay.
I get here, about train some mornings.
You
got a
still in
couple kids.
Millwood, right?
Still at the wood.
Yeah,
Still at the
brother.
wood.
All right.
Yeah, so I might get up train some days about 6 in the morning. We start school by 8 o'clock. I'm a breakfast duty guy, so I got to be on breakfast duties. Watch our kids, make sure they acting right.
Right.
Teaching from 8:30 to about 3 p.m. Normally 3 p.m. I go straight to practice.
Right.
So I got middle school practice.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, we're moving. I'll go ahead and say it now, moving forward for next year, I'll be up on high school as well. So I got high school practice right after that.
He
So-
breaking news on the
Yeah.
pod. He was just like, he said, hey, try to slide it in there.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go ahead and drop the
I'll
news.
throw that in there now. But yeah, for next year, it's going to be middle school, then high school.
So you doing both, huh?
Yeah.
Double duty.
I like that, man.
Coaching AAU as well. So 2 days after the week, I got AAU practice. Still got to be a daddy, still got to be a teacher, still got to be a big brother, uncle. I got a lot of hats. I got a lot of hats.
Then hold up, when you find time to just be like,
Man,
you already know.
a lot of people say I work too much. I do. I mean, I get that from my daddy, but
My bad.
the times I do get it, just kind of chill with my son, might watch some TV, go to the park or something. I don't play the game a lot. I'm not a game person. I don't, but you know, I go chill. I listen to them talk about the game all the time.
Oh yeah, man, I retired a long time ago. Man. And I keep telling myself I'm gonna get back into it, but I don't have enough time in the day.
Listen. I'm too far out, and I'm
Yeah.
not gonna let them smack me like that on the game like that. I'm too
But it
competitive.
was a point he was talking.
I was talking. I felt comfortable on the game. I still know my stuff, but I'm not gonna listen to him talk records to me on 2K because I
Right.
can't take it. I can't.
Got
Nope.
to killing you.
It's gonna kill me, so I can't do that.
Pick
Man.
up them sticks.
Nope.
Listen.
Nope.
Now, have you been able to balance your time well with all your coaching duties and still being, you know, part of the Hoop Addicts conglomerate right here?
At first, no, I was not able to. It was just draining at first. You know,
So which one was suffering?
I would say the camera part. I kind of stopped shooting photos. Really, just previous last year because I took on more of the coaching situation. I felt more comfortable in that craft, and it didn't feel like work.
I feel that.
You know, it really didn't feel like work. So, you know, with the camera at first, it was different. It was a different challenge. So I asked some guys for help. You know, I had my photography moment for a minute. And, you know, with the coaching, like I said, again, it didn't feel like work. So I just kind of dove into that stage, and I've just been on that ever since.
Hey, do y'all get to just watch hoops without necessarily being on duty and take that hat off and just
Locally, not really.
can't do it?
You know, I can go home and watch a game or something like that, of course, but like here in Oklahoma, usually like, and it's crazy. People expect it too. Like if I was thinking about if I was to just walk in the gym, man, just watch him.
What's happening, man?
You know, so nah, honestly, no.
They be like, that's crazy.
It's true. Like what he's saying is 100% true. Because when I put the camera down, just me going in there, where the camera at, bro? I want to watch the game. I can't watch.
Hey, I can't. You know what I'm saying? I got my son with me. But
Hey,
I'm
get this
chilling.
clip real
Man.
quick. No, like, I just
Yeah.
want to watch you do the game. Like, no.
Hey man, can y'all think of a point where that went from like dang, man, people rock with us to where it's like, oh, another one. You know what I mean? Or y'all ain't got too Hollywood yet.
No, I don't think I'm to that point. I still be surprised sometimes. We'll hit each other up and be like, dang, this mug got like 5,000 views, 6,000 views, and it's been up for an hour. You know, something crazy like that. Or, you know, look at all these comments. Or, you know, we'll see sometimes like NBA players will comment on the video. Somebody will like it. NBA player will be like, how the heck can you see this? You know, he don't even follow us. So
That's solid right there, man.
for real.
Yeah, a lot of kids will call our faces. Like he came like in the gym today with his students. That's the dude from Hoop Addicts.
Yeah.
They just see in his face. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that all the time, we get that all the time as well.
Look at y'all, man. Y'all, hey, listen, y'all are actually the go-to, man. A lot of folks rock with y'all out here.
I appreciate it.
Waiting for, everybody gonna put this out, but where the Hoop Addicts at, man? I feel like that's the buzz, man. I ain't even blowing smoke up y'all butts.
Yeah.
I
But
appreciate it.
we was talking about something off the record a while ago.
Yep.
Pricing. When it comes to, y'all charging certain fees for certain services. How do y'all even go about that process, man, in this climate?
Honestly, it just depends on what they want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it just come down to what they want, and then we have like a kind of, I guess, like a benchmark that we go off of, and if they can handle that. And honestly, a lot of times, in my opinion, it's for what we doing and how many eyes is gonna see it, and that kind of thing. I think it's kind of short.
It's definitely
but,
short.
Like I be telling him,
It's definitely short.
and like I be telling him,
On the record.
this is for all the entrepreneurs out there. You can say your price is one thing, but your price ain't that if ain't nobody paying it.
That's a fact.
That goes for free game.
Yeah.
That's any
that.
industry. You can sell burgers and say your burger is $20. Well, the burger ain't $20 if ain't nobody buying it,
Yeah.
and everybody else burgers is $5. So it's the same thing with any industry, and especially this one. We can't charge a certain price if the other videographers around town ain't charging
$30 for workout videos and all
that kind of thing. So, but
That's corporate America right there.
quick economics lesson.
I feel that. Figuring out how to compete. Okay, so let's say if I want some of y'all services, am I going to the website to figure out what's what, or do I need to hit y'all up and get that info?
You can hit us up.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Always gonna respond.
Exclusive, the personal approach.
Yeah.
I feel it. Now you guys, family men, all of you, man. Married, right? Got your little man back there terrorizing. Gotta love it. You know what I mean? I know you got your two at the crib.
Yes, sir.
How y'all balance that, man? Because what y'all do calls for y'all to be out and about, pounding the pavement multiple days a week. How do y'all do that without, number one, burning out, and number two, creating that friction at the crib?
Which one go first?
I mean, now, I would say with him, he old enough now, he can just go to the games with me or whatever, so I just take him. Sometimes he be acting up, he doing right now, whatever, but I think he getting to the age where I can take him anywhere, so.
That's what I'm talking about. And he probably gonna remember all this too, man.
I hope.
That's what I be saying. I think he gonna end up
I'm
remembering
at
it
home
all.
editing, he want me to come in there, lay down with him. I'm like, I'll be there in a minute. An hour go by. You say you was coming in there? And I'm like, I'm about to come in there. And then I'll turn the light off in there. He's like, no, I want the light on.
He already know
Man,
that light go
like,
off.
I gotta honestly lay with him like 5 minutes and he'll be knocked out and continue what I'm doing.
Man, that's beautiful though, man. He said that's pops, no man. You hoop at it, but you pops.
No matter
What
what.
about you, man? How you hold it down?
Man, prioritizing,
Yeah.
just trying to get out of schedule. OG Webb.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, OG Webb kind of helped me with that, time management. Just kind of breaking down your schedule and just trying to be consistent with that, knowing when you're going to squeeze that time in with your kids and not. Same thing with him. My son's 3, so he full of energy all day, every day.
Don't turn down.
No, ever.
He said no turn off.
Man,
It's Chevys all over. It really Chevys 2.0 because this the calm Chevys. They don't really know the energetic Chevys.
You ain't got no kid yet, do you?
no, I don't, man.
He said no turn off. He said that I don't know about.
I didn't do that to me. I'm watching the game from the sideline. Man, like, this really the portion of my podcast is really more for me than
Yeah.
anybody else. I always love to hear how people go about their business because I'm a typical dude. I don't write nothing down.
Yeah.
So I double book a lot and be having snap, man. I knew I said I'd be here, but somebody.
Yeah.
So I need to start writing down. I need a date book or something like that.
Yeah, that's how I am, man. I'm kind of really big on time management. I'll be making little checklists at the house, that kind of thing. And that's really what I do. I mean, even when I'm like editing videos, I'm really like by the day. Like I'll go to a game and I'm like, all right, I'll probably be home by this time. While I'm about to go in here and eat, I can be ripping the videos off the camera, letting that do what it needs to do. Like I'm really about to be like that. Even when we like travel and go to these AAU tournaments, I'm like, hey, when we get back to the room, I can let the footage upload. I'm gonna go get something to eat.
Yeah.
What was it? March Madness going on when we was down in Dallas?
Oh, yeah.
Try to hurry up and knock the video out so we can watch some games.
Yep, I'm all about that because at the end of the day, I mean, everybody knows time is important. You don't get it back, so
It's true.
you got to make sure that you handling up on your time.
For real, that.
Yep.
Most important thing.
Time is most important. It's more important than money. On the
Easy.
cool.
It is.
Not
It
even
is.
debate.
But you did say something about the summer. So what are the summer plans as far as travel? As we creeping up on June, I know we got the team camps coming. It's going to be a heavy school ball month during June. And then July, you back on the AAU tip. So, if y'all don't mind revealing what the travel plans are, where can we expect to see the Hoop Addicts faces?
We still be traveling like the tournaments like we've been doing for AAU. Usually, I mean, and it's not. I think it's kind of been by not on purpose, but June is we usually dial it back a little bit and don't really we haven't been to any team camps or anything like that since we've been rolling.
Oh, really?
Nope. So
I didn't expect to hear that. Okay.
yeah, nah. I mean, and it ain't even on purpose. We just kind of dialed it back, and then I think, well, really, this only like our third summer because last summer didn't exist.
Exactly.
And then the summer before that was like our first summer, so we didn't go to any team camps. So, I mean, as far as AAU go, we'll definitely be going to some stuff in July and everything. But the team camps, we kind of usually dial it back in June.
Got to make sure that battery's charged. I ain't mad at that.
Yep, I'm big on that. Like, I ain't going
Yeah.
there. For real. And they know. That's why they laughing. They're like, I ain't going to that, bro. Like, I'm wore out. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
That'd be all right.
But it's such and such. Don't matter.
I'm tired. I can't
Okay.
focus. Ain't gonna make it.
Talk about this past basketball season. You know what I mean? This past school season. Did y'all run into any friction in terms of access because of, the capacity numbers, the limitations and all of that due to us just coming back from the pandemic?
Not
really.
more than, I mean, it was just like a regular, season. We were still able to go to the games and stuff like that. Obviously, you got to wear your mask, but no friction on that end. We still had some trouble with the OSSA and state and everything, but it wasn't too bad. I mean, we just had to shoot from the stands.
Yeah. Same
I wasn't
battle?
really, I wasn't really too worried about it.
Just adapting.
Yeah, I like that, man. Like you always say, man, stay creative and stay down.
Yep.
Stay down,
I
you
feel
be
it.
all right.
But I always wondered this though, man. Like, if y'all don't mind putting somebody out there, this season, was there a matchup that y'all went to that y'all were anticipating a more competitive matchup and it turned out to be a dud?
I got to think.
I know there's a lot of good action this season, man. A lot of marquee talent out here.
It was. 2021 is probably the deepest class in a long time.
Really?
Oh, yeah. They got, 6, 7,
D1.
7, 8 D1s?
Yeah.
We don't usually have that.
Probably one of the deepest classes in a minute.
Throw some names at me, man, 'cause I know y'all. I get a lot of my game from y'all. in
Trey
terms of the who's
Alexander,
who.
Bijan Cortez, Anthony Pritchard, Sharp Abdullah.
Yep.
Who else?
Matt Stone.
Yeah, Matthew Stone. Who else on D1 that class? I mean, of course not D1, but I can still throw some names. They got some scholarships.
Yeah.
DJ Freeman,
J.J.
Princeton
White. Yep.
Johnson, J.J. White, Buddy Bucket's kids. Buddy's name from Carl Albert. Carl Albert.
The big.
Nah, the guard.
Mason's brother?
Nah, not the.
I know you talking about with the little ball.
Yeah, he going to JUCO. What's his name?
I can't remember bro name. I'm mad too.
Carl Albert, man.
Carl Albert,
probably my
guard.
bad buddy know what I'm talking about. But
He doing a grad year too.
Great, yeah.
Yeah. So,
A
but yeah, a lot of
them,
dudes.
A lot of them got free education, man. That's what it's all
That's what it's
about.
all about.
So, shout out to really all of them in 2021 that made it out of there. Even the ones that still scratching for it, you know what I'm saying?
Heck yeah, man. Everybody love the title of I went D1. I went D1.
Yeah, it ain't about that.
Listen, man, it ain't about that.
Is
at
you
all.
going
Stay out
to
that
school for free?
yeah, man. That debt gonna
Because
get
I got
you.
loans.
Listen,
loans
I got
right now.
loans.
where the camera at? I'm on student debt loan right now.
Right now.
Get that
Go for
scholarship.
free.
Go for free.
You know what I mean? I ain't get to go for free. It was on a discount.
Right. Even that. If you getting a big discount, take that over, going to school and paying for it out of pocket.
That's an absolute fact, man. Now, what y'all boys learn about yourselves personally during the big time off, whenever we had to hit the off switch? Now, and I'll give y'all an example of what I learned about myself. I learned that it's harder, for me anyway, to work from home than I thought it was. Because like anybody might think, you're in the comfort of your own space, you control the environment, you should be able to do whatever you want to do. But the way I'm built, I like for all my work and productivity to be done by the time I step through that door and close it.
Yep.
So, getting my motor turned over every day to get motivated to do something productive, that was rough, man. I was eating like a mug, pouring up.
Yeah.
I ain't lying. I'm a little ridiculous.
I'm going crazy.
So what y'all boys learn about yourselves? It could be something positive too, by the way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? During the off time.
You gonna go first. Craig, your turn.
What?
I'll go first. I'll say for me, like, it kind of turned me into an introvert a little bit more. Like I mean, I've always been kind of outgoing,
Right.
but being at the crib, I'm just like, I'm about to chill, bro. Like
Yeah.
I ain't even moving around and like that. So that's kind of, it's not a good thing, but I mean, it ain't too bad. But other than that, like as far as work and stuff like that, it gave me time to step back and learn about like what's really important and really how to readjust our business model too. Like what we want to do moving forward. We had time to really sit back, think about ideas, that kind of thing, what we want to do. So honestly, we would say on the phone all the time, hey, we needed this.
Yeah.
For real, like.
Man,
for
time
real.
management. It helped with time managing. You know what I'm saying? I needed more time at home with the fam.
True.
So that was really good, just being home with them. Also, I knew that teaching from home was rough.
Yeah.
Like really rough, especially because I get energy from the kids to understand them and teach them. So trying to introduce myself to students over a Zoom was kind of difficult because nobody want to be personal over no screen like that.
Nah.
So it was kind of hard. That was a challenge for me reaching the kids on the education tip at first, but I was still able to be myself, throw my energy back at them, and they kind of fed off of that. So I kind of just learned how to again adapt, to anything, any situation, any setting.
I think what also gets lost is how much the kids struggled during this whole
Oh, for
thing.
sure,
a lot,
man.
man.
They set up for that.
Because every kid can't learn. You can't just throw information at every kid and expect them to grab it like that. Some kids you got to like that.
He said, I was
that
that
kid. You got to kind of sit down to me and break it down to me so I can understand it.
Mm-hmm.
Before you move on to the next thing. And a lot of kids did suffer from that because they couldn't get that. It was like almost being an adult at 12. You got to wake up at 7 a.m.
That's
You know what
a
I'm
bar.
saying? Get on Zoom, listen to somebody talk, close the Zoom, get on another Zoom at this time, close the Zoom, go back to sleep, make sure your work done. Like, that's a job.
Yeah. Especially when your parents still got to get up and go out and figure out a way to bring it home for you.
Right.
Right,
You know
man.
what
So
I'm
they may not be there.
Some
making
kids
sure.
might be at home by themselves. You never know the situation. So every kid struggled from different angles. So I did learn a lot about what they're facing. And also at the teacher challenge what we faced.
That's big, man. But you, Craig, man, what you learn about yourself during this time, during that
Man,
pandemic?
honestly, I did not know. I honestly, during the season, like, them two, they get to work from home and, spend time with their family and stuff. I was still out there working. I was working at Amazon at the time, and while this whole COVID and stuff, it was bad or whatever. Like, and so on those game nights and stuff, I might not get off work until usually what time games start, like 7:30?
7:38.
Might not get out till like 7. And my job was over there in Midwest City, and it might be a game at PC North right around the corner from the house. And I can't lie to you, I was lying to my boss, be like, hey, I gotta go pick up my son from such whatever.
Throw your son on the bus.
Don't spill the beans.
Scapegoat.
I don't work there no more, but
Yeah.
just try to hurry up and get there and try to record. Right after I get through recording, go home, ain't no rest, edit until like midnight, turn right back around at 7 o'clock, wake up, do the same thing over and over. So
I've always been kind of impressed on how quickly y'all get stuff out after you just got through recording it. Like, how long, is there a standard length of time that an editing process takes, or does it just vary depending on what you
Yeah.
got?
Vary on what you do.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know,
If it's
you
like
keep
a-
it simple, or you try to get extra
Saucy.
fancy, saucy in your bag, all that stuff.
Trying to be dead. They trying
It's
to
gonna
be
take you
humble.
a little longer, but I think it just come down to a lot of times, man. The game kind of determines that. That's the word I was looking for.
I feel it.
Determines that. If it was some little rinky-dink game and we went, he was like, man, I'm gonna knock this out,
And,
call the night.
It's gonna be a layup right here.
Man.
I think we said on the last pod, the music choice, like that's the longest part of the process, whatever. But other than that, if you got the song, we'll knock it out 45 minutes, an hour, maybe.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. It's hard. I'll be honest. I don't get that hype about videos as much as I did in the beginning when it was still fresh. But the last time
We got some work to do
Hey,
here.
no. I'm gonna tell you something because I'm about to throw it live right here. It's like the last time that I tuned into one of them, it was one of y'all's, and I was like, okay. It was rest in peace to Black Rob when y'all dropped that whoa.
Yeah, he did that.
Yeah.
No, that's how.
That took me back.
That's how it was. We was editing them. And he was like, I'm doing mine. I was like, all right, let me see it. And then the beat drop, I'm like, okay, hold on now. It's hard.
Yeah,
So, yeah, for sure.
took me back to the early 2000s on them, man.
Yeah.
Now, can y'all feel yourselves evolving and growing in this thing right here, man? Not just
Yeah.
because we're a year older, but y'all that's a year more experience in the business, a year more experience in dealing with the bullshit that comes with it, whatever that looks like. You know, dealing with the highs and the lows, the peaks and the valleys, the funny acting people and all of that. So, you know what I mean? What's that been like for y'all, man? Sifting through the BS to remain, you know, this mainstay that y'all are up to this point.
Man.
As I'm looking at him, I'm like, go ahead and speak your truth.
It's a lot of clout. Let's just
Yeah,
say that,
it's
like,
a
lot.
challenge, man. It's a challenge. I'm learning every day how to, you know, always take the high road and, you know, go above it, not go
Right.
below it. You know, that's one thing that's kind of helped is growth, evolving, getting more seasoned.
Right.
But it be some shit. It be some shit going on.
Now, what does that look like in y'all space? 'Cause
So
go ahead. I see you
Yeah.
quick with it. Jump.
No, I ain't gonna go too crazy, but it's just like I think first we was like one of the first you know, groups to start doing what we do. So initially everybody like, hey, what's up? You know, come to the game, do all of this stuff, and you know, we of course, you know, go film, do all this stuff. But I think now that the newness didn't wear it off and there's other options for people to go with, I mean, I guess you just kind of know who rock with you and who don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's really the easiest way to say it. And it's just, you know, like they say, it's just business and that kind of thing, which it is. But just being in it for as long as we have at this point, you know who's your people and who ain't.
Yeah. It's a lot of beneficial relationships, I'm going to say that.
I feel it.
I'm going to say that. But, you know, like I said, you got a chance to clear the smoke and see, you know what I'm saying, who really rocking with the brand and who rocking with you as a person. And that's all that matters.
And then even when you learn that, that's okay. You just need, you know how you need to
Operate
how
and
you
move.
need to move. Exactly.
Now, you, Daddy-O, you gotta talk to you, man. You know what I'm saying? What up, Carter? Don't get on the pod, man. Don't bring him up there, because I'm coming in. The mic and the camera is on you.
He talking about.
You see you, man, you already know. I've been watching you doing a whole lot of different things here lately, man. You know what I mean? I done seen you shot by Craig at the daggone track meet.
Daggone.
Fishing, you know what I'm saying? At the juice bar, basketball, obviously. What brought that about? Did you just get to the point where it's like, all right, I need to shift gears, or was the demand starting to get high in other areas?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say shift gears or whatever, but I would say, yeah, we actually was doing weds and stuff like that, but with me trying to expand my portfolio or whatever, trying to get a position, I really want a position at the school and everything. Stop, Carter. But just expanding my portfolio or whatever, because I really don't see people doing track videos, baseball videos. It's probably like one or two people I see on Instagram doing that type of stuff, and I'm like, I can do the same thing. And it's easy for me, and people be just shocked, like, oh, you can do baseball and all this stuff too. I'm like, to me and to us, it's like all the same.
It's
Whatever.
the same.
I can go
It's
do
still
it.
sports as long as you know the rules and you know what's going on.
That was definitely gonna be my question. Is it the same, or how much of it is different? Because it seems like it would be, or maybe it's just the sport that's different. That's my inexperience, right?
It's just a sport.
It's just a
honestly.
sport. I mean, as long as you know what's going on, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, you know, I'll use baseball as an example. You're not gonna have the camera on the outfield, you know. You don't have the camera on the batter, the pitcher, you know, none of that. You know, you getting, you know, good defensive plays, that kind of thing. And then even in football, probably gonna have a camera on the quarterback when the play snap. You know, you ain't gonna
Somebody
have,
got the ball.
unless you know, filming a DB or something like that. But majority of the time, you following the action. That's really what it is.
Like I
Following the
said,
action.
Like I said, I mean, it's easy. I can go record racquetball, ballet, whatever you need. I mean, it sounds funny, and then people look at him like, that's crazy that you know, because I went and shot the state track meet Saturday. I was there from like 9 in the morning until 7 p.m. Went home, already had a beat in mind, went home, got done with the video like 10, put it out around 11. People was looking at me crazy, like, how? Like, I'm just like, it's
I really
easy.
like that.
Yeah, I'm really like that though.
He trying to be humble.
You know what I'm saying? Oh man. Now are you open to anything that's different? I like that. So next we're gonna see my man bowling. Right
Yeah,
I'll
that's
be
like
out there.
strike.
right down the middle with it.
We got X's on the screen.
You know what I'm saying? Lacrosse, the
Hey.
whole nine.
No,
He said,
still in the
no,
show.
He said, I'm dribbling. But you said something earlier though, John.
Mm-hmm.
You talked about you know, figuring out what's next and expanding.
Yep.
Listen, he good. Do what you gotta do. What would you say is the next step for the Hoop Addicts in terms of y'all's branding?
Mm-hmm.
And what else y'all want to add to what you already got in line right now?
Yeah, we working on some events that we got coming up, camps, that kind of thing. Chef, he obviously trains, so we like, why not branch off into that, to help you build on to your own personal brand, but take Hoop Addicts, to that too. So we talked about this. We had an interview with Miles Perry with the radio station or whatever. So we kind of already said it on there, but we gonna have a like a youth camp, where where the kids can come get working with Chef, do drills, that kind of thing. Because the hot thing now, everybody got a trainer. Everybody, getting skill work in. And Chef will tell you, he be saying all the time, or a lot of trainers that we know be saying all the time, a lot of trainers out here teaching. You a coach, they out here teaching crap. They out here teaching crap, so why not?
Head busting.
Yeah, or head busting. So we like, why not, number one, put on an event, to help, the kids learn the right stuff or give them a good foundation. And then two, give an opportunity to kids that don't have the opportunity to get to trainers. Because if you notice, the same kids got trainers. You get what I'm saying? The kids that can afford that kind of thing.
That's right.
So, why not open it up to other kids who, may not have that opportunity?
That's back to that fee point that you made earlier. Not necessarily getting paid for your IP, so to speak.
Yep.
You know what I mean? For what you know,
Yep.
you got to look at the market out here.
Yep, for sure.
Now, we all men in here, so that means we all got some degree of ego. Now, when it comes to having to, I ain't gonna say, let's just say having to downgrade that pricing, even though your work exceeds that amount, but that's just what you gotta do. Does that suck to have to do? Do you ever have to grit your teeth and be like, man, I know I'm worth this right here, but let's go on and make it this right here?
To an extent.
Yeah.
But I think, you ain't really got too many choices. You don't eat or you ain't. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that hard of a decision if ain't nobody paying it.
Bottom line,
you got to get to the bread. So, you could stay at the house and not work if you want to.
We ain't gonna go too low though.
Yeah, but we ain't going too low. I don't want that to make it seem like $20. Everybody else charging $20. Have a nice day.
The great thing is,
enjoy that 20 piece then.
Yes.
they really out there doing it.
That's how it goes, huh? Oh my gosh. Anyway, what do y'all boys do, man, for a hobby? How do you decompress? Something that ain't got nothing to do with sports, man. Whenever I'm catching Craig Murray outside, when he take his hoop addict's hat off, when I see Chev, he ain't a hoop addict right now. When I see John, as a regular dude, what can I catch y'all boys doing, man?
Well, I really ain't got to do it, but I love fishing, so.
That makes sense, right?
He said, no wonder you was out there doing a fishing video.
You know what I'm saying? Armor boy, getting it done. All right, what about you, dog? What's your hobbies, Jim?
Outside of basketball?
Outside of it, man.
I like to eat. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh, yeah.
I like food.
Gonna go touch
I like to
down.
get some food. Like you might catch me eating some sushi or something like that. Like I like food, but you might catch me eating some tacos. You know my
What you just tried the
pho? Yeah, some
the
Vietnamese
soup.
pho. Hey, that mother
Going crazy.
busting. I'm not lying.
Going crazy.
I still ain't had it, but everybody keep raving about it.
I'm new to it.
I'm gonna shoot you some spots.
Oh, do that.
It's gonna get you right.
Yeah, it definitely got me right for sure.
That's where the majority of my money go.
Yeah,
Yup.
food. I just like food.
That's a fact of the matter. But now, let's say for somebody that's young coming up, right, trying to, I ain't gonna say do exactly what y'all do, but they have an interest in doing
Sports
some
media.
work in the sports media place or in the sports media space. What would be the first nugget of information you would get that young fellow or that young woman before they jump out here and try to get their work started? Put some fat on their brain.
Easy. Now for me, I would say figure out what direction you want to go. Do you want to do this and work for an NBA team, NFL team, or pro sports team, college, whatever? Or do you want to work for yourself? Because there are different, paths to both of those. And you need to figure that out because, let's say you want to work for yourself but want to do it at that level, right, with pros and stuff like that. But maybe you need to, number one, I think you need to go to college. Do you have to go to college to learn all this stuff? Absolutely not. But what you're going to get from school that you're not going to get from yourself, maybe as quick, is in relationships.
That's a gem.
And they matter the most.
And that matter the most. You can have all the skills, and for the most part, I mean, let's say like it's two candidates, right? One got the skills, one went to OU, one got the skills and didn't go to OU. They may take the person from OU because, it just look better on paper, and, they might got a plug from somebody at school. So that's my, again, I'm not saying that to say, oh, you got to go to school to work in the industry, but you want to set yourself up for success as best possible. Why not do it that way?
Yeah. And school does have something to offer now.
Yeah.
I know people kind of down on college and saying it's not something that has to happen, which I agree with.
I agree with that, but it do have its perks. In the relationships, that's probably my biggest thing. Like, you don't need college to be successful at all, but it's really hard to build them same level of relationships outside of school that you may not have, not going to school.
I feel that. What about you, dog? And you ain't got to limit it just to the sports media space, because I know you do a lot. So let's say if it's somebody who's aspiring to coach basketball or to train basketball, and they just getting started, whether they have a college athletic background or not, what would you give to them?
Just make sure you're doing it for the right reason. It's
What's
about
the right reason, though?
the kids.
Hey,
It's about the kids in the day.
Children.
If it ain't about them children, it ain't about them kids, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like, because no matter what you do, you're going to catch negativity from it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody not going to be your fan. Everybody not going to be your friend. So just can't worry about that stuff. You still got one foot in front of the other. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're on your heart, you're doing it for the kids, and you ain't got no ill will intentions, keep moving, keep striving. Coach today actually said, keep being dynamic. And I'm gonna stay on that. Like, I'm just gonna stay on that because that was some inspiring words I needed to hear.
yeah. And that ain't no everyday word neither, man. That means
Nope.
that's heavy.
All right, so
Sure.
I like that.
What about you, Uncle Craig?
Man,
So,
Basically, what Chev was saying, how would I put it? If they want to do the exact same thing that we doing, basically, right? I would say, like I said, like Chev said, for the kids, like when we say it's like a lot of clout, like going around, like it's.
There's no way about him, man. He's straight. You go ahead, Carter.
Like it's a lot, and it just open your eyes to be like, some of these people ain't really doing it for the kids; they doing it for their pockets, and it's not a good look, whatever. And of course, we notice it, but there's other people around us, training, media, coaches, that's robbing these kids and parents, whatever, ain't doing it for the right reason, whatever. So if you're gonna do it, just do it the right way.
Now on some basketball stuff, tapping into your career, going into the archives, man. Compared to today's young athlete, man, to what you were when you were a teenager. Because when you hear the old grumpy dudes saying, "Man, back in my day." But as much as we get sick of hearing that, I do sort of see some differences though in the way that they move versus the way we used to move.
they special.
It's
Some of these kids
yeah, it's
special.
definitely it's a difference.
Of course, we have phones or whatever, but social media went around. Facebook, MySpace, or whatever.
MySpace, Black Planet, all
And
that.
MySpace going
man,
crazy.
even with
Top
that,
top eight.
you to get on there,
It's a wild point.
you at the computer lab at school on the desktop to get on all that. You can't get on your phone or whatever. So they got a huge advantage or whatever now with the social media and all that. So I wish like we had social media, because even when, like I said, he graduated 07, I graduated 08, you graduated 11. My high school, I knew about some of the top prospects, whatever, like OJ Mayo and Brandon Jennings, but I didn't really get to see them play or whatever, except I go to YouTube sometimes and see a highlight. But now you can just type Mikey Imani up, whatever, and
Highlights everywhere.
yeah,
Ooh,
training
Every weekend.
Everything they do.
training videos and all, whatever. So, like I said, they need to take advantage of it, because we did not have.
And you can know,
at all.
I would say it's a plus too, because you can know where you at. Like you said, you can see, you can hear about OJ Mayo, but
Yeah.
I mean, he nice, but I'm nice too.
And the only time you get to see him is McDonald's game.
Yep.
It's
No,
definitely
Versus
definitely
now, you can
positive,
see
man.
like Mikey windmilling. I ain't got no windmill.
Man, I ain't got that in
the
the
kids,
bag.
they can see it firsthand. He got to step back from the volleyball line. I ain't got that either.
Yeah, my bag ain't that deep. Not just yet.
Like it's positive and negatives to both eras. I'll say that for sure.
Yep.
Like, our era, like I said, we wasn't exposed to all that media. And then the negative, I'll say of it, we see athletes now, they're more vocal, so they expressing how they feel. So that gives the kid entitlement to think he can do the same thing.
Right.
The difference is he's went through them trenches to get to that
It's a
point to
million.
have that voice.
Credibility.
Right, his voice is credible. You still are trying to make your name. So
Right.
I don't want kids sometimes get caught up in the hype. I'm
I never
like,
thought about
stop, don't
that.
get caught up in, don't get lost in the sauce. Like, still keep working. You
Bring it
still
back
are a
home.
kid. Understand who you are. But again, the positives of it is, again, if you are pursuing the number one player in the nation, well, who's the number one player in the nation? I can check him out. What are you doing I'm not doing? I can hold myself to that standard. Man down.
You caught a flat tire.
But no, yeah, like I said, you can keep track of yourself if they're locked in doing the right thing. They can kind of know what's going on, where they need to be, what they're doing, where's the next camp, where's the next circuit. they can stay on top of those things.
Oh yeah, and the training, I mean, of course, my fault. The training is just totally different or whatever now. Like, you see kids, of course, we didn't have Euros and all that stuff going back, but they got all this other stuff where, I don't know what you would call it or whatever, where dude, the trainer might try to block it with the broom or and you admit to something where a dude try to jump over something, whatever. And they
It was a joke, but they all kind of crazy stuff.
It don't matter, whatever, but back then when I was going, all we had was make fives in the corner, wing, top of the key, go back. That's it, whatever. So
The game is still simple. The long ball is what's sexy now. That's what's hot. I remember when the dunk was what everybody was trying to do. We in the gym, we in the weight room, putting all the plates on.
Squatting it up.
That jump cat.
We was talking about
hit the jump cat. Right?
We was talking about jump shot. Boy,
all straight calves, man. Straight calves.
But we was talking about the other day. Can you imagine if like LeBron had an Instagram? Like his senior year, senior year, we was talking about that. Like these kids got 1 million followers. Now he would have had like 10 million followers. Everybody knew who LeBron was when he was in high school. Without that,
in the BlackBerry
era.
Sidekicks.
We was talking about him and like Sebastian Telfair. Like I was like, he had a documentary on ESPN.
Yeah, we just talking
as
about
a high school kid.
Real buzz.
Man,
Buzz.
Really that
That's
dude.
different.
But I'm gonna tell you, as a coach though, you know what I mean? You know, I want you to tell me about OBC.
Okay.
Right? Tell me was that your brainchild? Or how did you end up a part of that?
Originally, I wanted to hop in the AAU before. I wanted to hop in the AAU. Had the opportunity, didn't go the way it was supposed to. So from there, I knew I needed to make something happen. You know, close friend of mine, my little brother, George, came together and we started Oklahoma Basketball Club. And it's to give, kids the opportunity who wanted to coach. Kids that don't have a platform to play on, what I'm saying, something to get them some reps. Because again, at that age, we started out, 2024 was last year, so they were 8th graders.
Right.
And we had a couple 6th graders as well, so that was 2026. Okay, we just wanted to help them develop, through the process. I mean, sometimes I don't want to say nobody, but people get caught up in wins and losses in middle school. It's about development.
That's right.
Let me say, you got a kid, you can have an elite team, but the kid ain't developed right.
That's true.
You want a kid put on that island by himself, he don't know how to create off the wing. Well, he ain't never been in that situation because he was shielded by other people. So it's good just for development. So we just wanted to keep helping kids. Every platform can't reach every kid.
That's true.
So some kids just need opportunity. That's what me and George came up with. Just being there for the kids. Here's a door that you can come through, get coached, be developed. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna love you, we're gonna push you. Hold you to a standard, stuff like that. But it gives you a home to come. I mean, the more busy these kids stay, I'm saying, they don't have to get in trouble.
Yep, and keep their head on straight.
Keep their head on straight. They got something to do. They're a part of something. Like
Idle time is a mug. Right?
It is,
Idle
man.
time was the devil's playground.
That's right.
That's a bar.
So again, most of the time you keep a kid a part of something, attached to something. 9 times out of 10, they'll make the right choice. They just need to be a part of something.
Yep.
Hey, is it a hard adjustment for you to coach today's kid because the era that we all came from, we just sort of did what we were told to do. You know what I mean? If you were given some orders by your coach,
that was
your
it.
teacher, your parent, you better carry out them orders.
You're coming out.
Nowadays, they ask you, they want to know why, and they got the audacity to ask you why. And like, I coach too, so I gotta catch myself before. All right. This is why I'm telling you to do this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You ever had some of the moments, or is it easy for you?
100% for sure. I definitely had those moments. I'm pretty good with kids though, honestly. So I can figure a kid out really quick. I can tell what type of kid he is. Do I gotta light a fire up under him to get him to go, or can I bring him here and tell him to say something? Kids do ask a lot of whys.
Oh yeah.
But as long as you got the information to give them, they'll leave you alone. They just want to know that you got the information. Because again, they feel a little more entitled.
Some of them really need to know
Yeah,
why.
'cause some really don't know, so they want to know why. Why do you want me to do this?
Yeah.
What is the reason for me being in that position? Why do I got to be in the right formation every time? You know what I'm saying? So like, okay.
You ain't got no answer for them.
Well, I just need you to.
Yeah.
Well, I just need you to get there. Well, you ain't tell me nothing. So you might have just lost a little bit of connection right there. Versus like, hey, I need you to be in the right spot for spacing. Oh, got you, coach. You know what I'm saying?
Man, listen, I gotta throw this out here. I gotta put a wrap on this thing, man, because of course I follow you guys on social media, individually and as a collective, you know, and I read a lot of the tweets and a lot of the posts, man. You know, whenever y'all sort of,
All right, we done.
yeah,
We got
hey, whenever you get some shit off your chest, man. So I normally would call this the all due disrespect segment, but instead I'm gonna call this get some shit off your chest segment right here. So to anybody or any entity out there that sort of got the game messed up in terms of what it is that actually goes into what y'all do and what y'all are and what y'all are not, some people who may need to get a little check-in. This is the portion of the pod I want to hear from y'all, man. Without no names, man. How about that? We're gonna keep it classy. But we can get it smoky though.
Yeah. He said, but we can let it know when you need to. For me, I would just say, like, to other like creatives out there, understand what your stuff is worth. So, you know, back to the, I know I'm tying it back to like money and stuff like that, but understand, right. Gotta make a living. Understand, you know, what your work is worth and your time. You know, what you charging, you out at these games all day, you know, or all night rather. You go home, edit them up. You know, you got a bunch of kids or even adults. I done been to some grown man leagues. DMs from grown men like, hey, get some pics on me, fam.
Yeah,
Hey,
you send them for free.
hey, fam, for free.
For free.
So I can understand that from some kids.
Older than us.
Older than me. I'm 27. They, hey, fam, you get some pictures on me, bro. Like, first off, I don't work for you.
Yeah, let's get that straight.
Number one. And then two, like, you can come correct. Like, hey, man, I got a couple dollars. You know,
Right.
what's the ticket on the
Yeah,
pictures?
like, well, what's it gonna take for me to get XYZ?
That's it, man. I can handle that from some kids. They kids, they don't know better.
Right.
But, you know, grown people, you know, come on, dog.
You're supposed to know better.
But really, for the creators, like, understand what your work is worth. Because a lot of y'all selling yourself short. These people, I'll say by all means, I'm not the best videographer in town or, you know, just around.
Right.
There's always somebody that do something better than you.
Sure.
You know, but you need to understand what your work is worth because a lot of people selling themselves short.
Share what you say, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because you always got that face like, nigga, don't ask me. Unless you want to. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, nah, man, I ain't really got too much to say, honestly. You know, stay down. You know, I can let the energy out.
So I can let the clip.
I can let the clip go, John. Know that, but I don't really got too. I've been working on, you know, again, staying the high road, man. I can't really let that stuff pull me backwards. Looking back to where I was 3 years ago, can't nobody tell me nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't tell me nothing because you don't know nothing about me.
Right.
You know, so you can make it a judgment about me. You can say what you may think or hear from someone else, but you don't truly know me. You might say my name the wrong way. You might call me Chevis. So how you know me? My name is Chevis, exactly. So like that's why I just tell. Like I have to remind myself, where was you at years ago, and where are you at now? So I'm not going backwards.
I feel that.
Straightforward.
That's growth with it.
Yep.
What you say,
Man,
I'm
like,
like, I'm on 7 like him. You know what I'm
saying,
saying?
baby? True story. It's the picture I got to bring us on my daddy house. You remember State 04?
oh, he did show me.
Doug
I
told
was
us
a freshman over there with
Me-
the board.
Me too. I had a
Boy,
Duncan
right
jacket
plays.
on. You in the picture to the right. I'm to the left. I was like, that's AD. Like that's
man.
crazy.
That's crazy.
Boy, small world, small
It
state.
is.
But I ain't forgot about you. What you got?
He said you ain't off the
Said,
hook.
back to you.
Well, what's the question again, man?
Do you need to set the record straight on anything?
Nah, not really, honestly. Just
He said say something.
I was talking about this game. I was talking about the game score.
whatever, man. Just make sure you're doing it for the right reasons, honestly, man. And like I said, we see the people that really ain't doing it for the right reason, and it ain't cool.
We'll end with that. Fellas, I appreciate y'all coming and sitting down with your boy, man.
No problem.
I'm a fan, you know what I mean, on a personal level and on a pro level.
My fault for my son.
Hey, listen, man, I love that. We authentic
Order.
over here. So, we signing off for this month.